I'm going to talk about object-oriented programming. So, in the Java, what is the difference between procedural object programming and procedural programming is a top-down approach. The functions where the program is divided into the series of tasks, series of functions that can each can perform a specific task. On the other hand, hoop is the bottom-up approach. The program is divided into an object, each represents a real-world entity. So, what next question? What are the core concepts of hoops? Mm, At first, abstraction. Abstraction is a process of hiding the implementation details of an object from the user. This allows you to focus on the object functionality without having to worry about how it works. And next one is encapsulation. So, it is a bundling of an data and code into a single unit. It makes easier to maintain and update the code. Make it easier more to modify it. So next one is inheritance. Inheritance is the ability of an object to inherit the properties and the methods of another object. This allows a developer to reuse the code and create more complex objects with fewer lines. Next one is polymorphism. Polymorphism is the ability of an object to behave differently based on the syntax. So developer can write the code. It is more flexible and easier to maintain. So next question, what is the difference between overloading and the overriding? Overloading is ability to have the multiple method with the same name but the different parameter. Overriding is ability to have the method in the subclass that has the same signature as the method in the superclass. So these have been the main difference. What is the difference between static and dynamic binding? Static and dynamic binding are the function calls occurs in object-oriented programming. So static binding occurs when the compiler determines the method to be called at the compile time. This is the most common type of binding in the OOPS. It is used for static and non-virtual methods. Binding occurs when the method to be called is not determined until the runtime. It is used for the virtual methods for which allow for the polymorphism. Sorry, the future static binding and dynamic binding. When does the binding occurs? Compile time, dynamic binding, runtime. Performance faster, slower. Flexibility, lesser flexible, more flexible. Error handling, more error prone, less error prone. So these have been the main difference. What is the difference between abstract class and the inheritance? Abstract class that summarizes the key features between the abstract class and the interface. So it can be initiator, both or no, cannot be initiator, can have the abstract method, yes, both have yes, non-abstract method, abstract class have the abstract method, but interface does not have, can have the state, yes, the abstract class has, but interface no, can be extended by other classes, yes, no, can be implemented by other classes, yes, yes. So here we know and yes will become. Why does the Java does not support multiple inheritance? Because it can lead to a number of problems including circular dependencies, complexities, and the ambiguity. When do you use interface and abstract class in the Java? Abstract class and the interface are both used to achieve the abstraction in object-oriented programming. An abstract class are similar to normal classes. Within the difference, they can include the abstract methods, which methods without body. Abstract class cannot be initiated. Interfaces are the kind of code contract which must be implemented by the contract class. So interfaces cannot have the state, whereas the abstract class can have the state with the instance variables. So due to this have been the difference. What are the challenges using hoop in Java? So some challenges associated with using hoop in Java. These challenges include complexity. Hoop can make the code more complex, and especially when leading with a larger and complex system. Overhead can add overhead to the code as the objects need to be created and managed. So another one is testing make the code more complex to test as the object need to be tested in the isolation combination. So it also affects the combinations. These have been the important questions related to OOPS in Java.